Welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. I thought I'd open things up on the ring chamber with all 12 rings gathered. And don't worry, I've polished them all up to a perfect shine. Last time we did our final supports and found out who Aaliyah gave the pact ring to. This time, it's the final battle against Sombron. In terms of equipment and skills, I forged that up to +1. But Aaliyah right now has Canter and Sword Agility 2 from Marth, though that may have negative synergy with Boon of Elios, but we'll see. Jean, I've given him Warp and Physic, and he still has both of these. I could have given him some other skills, but I decided that this extra speed was going to be more helpful. Now, Yunaka I'm a little conflicted on. I inherited +7 HP, but I wonder if the speed boost might actually be more worthwhile in the end. See, she's one of my few characters who actually is suffering from low skill slot syndrome, because I really want Luna Brace. And I probably do need the speed +3, even though it does reduce her HP a lot. Now, Clan, I believe I was able to inherit him Momentum, and I swapped that out for Magic +2, because I feel like the damage boost he'll be getting from Momentum is probably bigger than the Magic +2 in most situations. Seedol, he has no Emblem Ring, but he does have Fortified Defense from Sharna's Ring. Lapis has the exact same skills that she used to have, and in terms of inventory, it's also the exact same. Ulchrist, inventory the same, Lin same, and he's got strength +2 and speed +4. I don't think there are any other skills. Yeah, advance requires a one-range weapon. I don't know why I inherited that. Ivy is going to be my designated Micaiah Warper. She has basically all the warping staves, as well as Physic. You know what? She should probably swap that out for Fortify. It's the very end, and I have a fresh Fortify staff. And she has Staff Mastery 3 and Divine Pulse, because somehow she actually got enough of a level with Byleth to get that. Anna has the same skills she had before, just because Draconic Hex is great, and she has pretty much the same weapons as before, otherwise known as the Radiant Bow and only that, because that's all she ever needs. Tamara is going to take Leaf, and her skills have not changed, because I think she needs Lance Power, and Dual Assist is great. Veil, I have given Veil Elthunder and Excalibur for a little bit of extra utility. There are a lot of powerful Wyvern Riders in the endgame, and her skills are once again the same. And Louis, I've swapped out his Iron Gritlance for a Steel one, which is better in every way. And, okay, I don't think he needs Headlong Rush. Let's take Advance. Sometimes all the movement in the world helps. And Amber, he has the same skills. I could have given him Axe Power, I could have given him Vantage Plus, but that would have required more Bond Fragments on Leaf, which I don't want to spend this late in. And Morphia has Alphonse's Ring for Spur Attack. I couldn't really justify giving him an Emblem Ring, but he also has some Warp Staves, also Freeze. He's going to kind of be my secondary healer. And so, on the balcony, to Final Battle.
The final battle is upon us. When you are ready, we will move the Somniel itself to the portal. Once we face the Fell Dragon, there may be no turning back. Are you ready of mind and equipped for what's ahead?
I just went over that. Yes, I am.
The Somniel is ascending. We should reach Sombron soon.
And then we'll be able to show him our progress at doing squats and fishing!
Let's win this battle, and then return home together.
Yes, of course.
Marth, what's happening to you?
He's come down with an acute case of tempting fate, don't worry about it.
I can't hide this any longer, can I?
Hide what?
There's something I should tell you before we arrive. The portal has destabilized our world. I lack physical form, as do the other emblems. We may not be able to hold ourselves together.
I had no idea. I wish I had realized. But if the portal is doing this, then it's only temporary, right? After we close it, you and the other emblems will recover.
The moment the portal closes, there will be a great distortion. We will not be able to withstand it.
What are you saying?
When the battle is done and the portal closed, all emblems aside from you will cease to be.
You mean, if we defeat Sombron, if we close the portal, we'll lose you and the other emblems?
Yes.
We've been together this whole time, and now you're just going to disappear? Please, Marth. I don't want to lose you and the others. We need you.
Leaving the portal open would doom this world. Would you prefer that?
No, but...
We emblems came into existence in order to aid this realm. We would do anything to protect the people of Elyos, even if it means our end.
So our promise to rebuild Elyos together, our plan to see the world, none of that is possible?
That's what I said about tempting fate.
I'm so sorry.
There's no need to apologize. I've asked so much of you. Too much. But when I thought about a future with you by my side, I felt truly happy.
There is a promise I can still keep. In Lethos, the day you awoke, what did I say when you summoned me? Your ally, until the very end.
I remember.
I will never break that promise. Until this war's end. Until my own. I will stay by your side.
You're so kind, Marth. You've always been so kind.
You are too. That's why we've made it this far. More than your strength, it's your care for others that has brought us all here.
That just makes me think that I recently, just on a whim, put at least my interpretation of Aaliyah through the Myers-Briggs test, and he got 95% in feeling, which is fitting.
Thank you.
Now prepare yourself. We'll arrive at the portal soon.
I'm ready. So this is the portal to other worlds.
It's beautiful, but very cold.
You two, here.
There you are, dear old Dad himself.
Sombron!
Papa,
I did not expect you to survive, let alone reach me here.
We've come to stop you from destroying Elyos.
I am done with your worthless world. Return to it and shut the portal. Live in peace there. You stay in your world. I now leave for other ones. That should satisfy us both.
You're going to return and attack Elyos again. We'll never believe you wouldn't. And you've caused too much suffering, too much loss, to run free. We will defeat you right now, and prevent you from invading any other worlds.
Invading other worlds? You think my desire is so simple?
Am I wrong?
Invasion is merely a means to an end. What I seek is a reunion. A reunion with Zero Emblem.
Zero Emblem?
I've not heard word of this before.
Of course not. That emblem is not of your world.
He is the original one, the creator.
Nor am I.
What do you mean?
Beyond this portal lie infinite worlds. One of them was my home. It had its own emblem rings, and a war arose to control them. My kind lost. The enemy used the ring's power to slaughter my relatives. All of them. I was very young. Our enemies granted me alone the mercy of exile.
You mean they sent you to Elyos?
And did not realize the horror they were wreaking by doing that.
A peaceful world, ruled by godlike dragons. I was meant to live a quiet life there. But I brought something with me, unknown to them. A single emblem ring.
0 emblem.
Shozo Kaga.
In my world, known as the Emblem of Foundations. With my power, unable to speak. Legends said this emblem fought without aid. So much ambition, and no allies.
Creating games very much like this world on his own, and maybe having a bit too much creative freedom.
That story showed me the way forward in my complete isolation. I was trapped in this world without friends or family. Only that emblem gave me comfort.
Whoever it was must have been mighty indeed.
Yes, and he's the reason all of you exist.
An emblem should not be able to survive traveling from one world to another. To stay in form in a new world, even for moments. I've never heard of such power.
Now you want a reunion. So that emblem is gone.
Exactly. And all because of villagers that found me a few years after I arrived. They mistook me for an abandoned child. They pitied me. My first connection in your world. Soon after, the emblem deserted me, leaving only the ring behind. And why? For bonding with the people of this world. I despaired, and then...
Well, no, it was because he was confined in lawsuits and the people of this world forced him out.
I reduced their village to ash.
My jokes about the Zero Emblem aside, yes, this is totally an appropriate reaction to what just happened. Yeah, Sombron was kind of a dick even back then. Excuses or no.
I swore to forego all bonds in pursuit of my ambitions, as my emblem had.
So, like, it was just because the people of that village showed him kindness, and then he's like, wait, your kindness meant my emblem abandoned me. Okay then, I'll just kill all of you. Because you wanted to be friends with me. Yeah.
I fought alone, confided in none, preparing to return to my world, to exact revenge.
I do like the fact that his theme just kind of builds up slowly through this.
I needed pawns for my plan, and territory. I spent years amassing it all. Then I attacked.
So, the war 1,000 years ago. That's what it was about?
But Papa, you weren't alone in this world. Mama loved you deeply. Your believers, your attendants, my siblings, Zephia, Chris, Marnie, Mavir, my brother and me. Everything we did was for you.
As I said, pawns. Acting on my command and mine alone.
Hey, it's just like Zephia, someone who had the connections they needed all along, but it's even worse because Zephia just refused to realize it. Sombron was just like, no, screw that.
Meant to be used and discarded. Deaths which mean nothing.
That's why you killed them all. But what about us? You wanted us to die?
You were no different to me.
How horrible.
You can't be right about your emblem. You weren't left behind.
What?
A solitary warrior like that emblem would know how hard it is to be alone. And would stay by your side, sparing you that loneliness and exile. Until you weren't alone, and had new people in your life. Until you were okay. Don't you think more than anyone, a true friend like that wanted you to have those connections?
You know nothing. Nothing at all about my emblem.
The worlds he created were perfect, with no flaws whatsoever.
That's true. But if your emblem disappeared without a word, then you don't either. No one does.
All the more reason to be reunited. I will scour world after world.
This series will only be good again when he is back.
Sombron, the Emblem of Foundations is no more.
We can all keep those good memories of those games Kaga made, but he will never return to make a Fire Emblem game again. You have to accept this.
You can search and search. There's no point.
Those games will always be there, but you can't dismiss all the new ones just because Kaga didn't make them.
You might meet the original hero, but emblems are not the same beings. We are not them. You will never be reunited with your emblem. Ever again.
Be silent.
I can only imagine how much resentment you feel. But to sacrifice so many others, to be so selfish you destroy the world, kill your own children, it's all just so wrong.
I said be silent. You are speaking of things you do not understand.
No, we're speaking of how much of a colossal dick you are, and I think we very much understand that.
If not for my emblem, I would have died powerless, small. That emblem had the strength to stand alone. Unlike you, huddled together, whining like dogs.
Yeah, friendship sucks.
Such a warrior showed me the meaning of all existence. Fight alone. Take revenge.
You're wrong. That's impossible. No emblem wants to see a world destroyed. We aid people through our bonds with the divine dragons. We are a force for good. We would never choose to let our power be exploited for evil.
Enough of this nonsense. I won't let you stop me or sway my intentions. I have striven for this for thousands of years. If you intend to stand in my way, you will die.
This is it. Prepare for battle, everyone.
We get 14 members. We can bring our entire main team. Pretty sure all my emblem rings are in order, so let's just check the map. We've got this big floating sort of meteor in space, and yeah, we have a whole bunch of enemies who all have these weapons, including a bunch that we would only know if we got certain countries to the max donation level. For example, this thing right here, a Smash Lance that also poisoned, that's Firene's max donation weapon, which again makes me very concerned about the future of this world. But yeah, we've got the legendary Greg there. We have Activate Fragrok. I think that's Brodia maybe? Nova. Lendervare, Divine Fist Art, that one's fairly new. Yeah, another Divine Fist Art. And then we also have Sombron himself in his Fell Monarch form. And exactly the same as before. Yeah, he's got Cap Dex and nothing else, just like Clan. Fell Dragon Magic. I like how both him and Vale use this. And we also lose engage meters while we're near him because he radiated sheer aura of friendship suckage. So, okay, now you don't really need to waste too much time fighting the other enemies. It's mostly about just getting to Sombron and taking him down. In fact, for that very reason, I might even be able to get like a full-on Jean chain going and just like finishing him off really quickly. In fact, that might actually be a good thing to do, because let's just say, obviously, this is not the end. Huh, or maybe I can also do a bit of a rewarp. Okay, right, everyone ready? I would definitely recommend saving in a separate slot for this. Let's begin.
You dare turn your blade on me. You dare interfere with that which I have sought for so long. Such fatal hubris. You will pay for that accordingly. Witness how fragile your bonds really are.
Huh? What's happening to them?
I am sealing off the portal back to your world. It's what I should have done the moment you arrived here. I fear your emblem allies are too weak. They will be lost in the distortion between dimensions forevermore.
This cannot be the end. If we must part, remember all that we have done. Marth!
Now you guys don't even get dialogue.
The emblems are...
I knew I'd have to say goodbye someday, but I thought there was time.
So much for your precious emblems. In a matter of moments, the portal will be shut for good. Take comfort, for I shall inflict no further harm upon your world. Though you will die here as I have lived, in anguish, far from home.
We can never go home? I've been ready to die from the start. Brodia, my land, I pray you endure.
It seems Elusia will never truly know me.
I'm sorry, Mother.
Worry not. I have no desire to prolong your suffering. When I am finished, not one trace of me in your world shall remain, as though I was never there at all.
I'll stop you.
Is that so?
Our fight isn't over. The portal's open. I can do this. If I give it my all, I can summon the emblems back to me. Look at how far we've come. Will you fight him at my side? Your faith in me gives me strength.
Yes, brother. I'm with you.
Vale.
I'll be with you every step of the way. I can't summon emblems, and I can't turn into a dragon. But I'm a royal dragon all the same. There's gotta be something I can do to help.
Yeah! We'll all be right there with you. You've done so much for each and every one of us. So this time, we're returning the favor!
I want us all to make it home alive. Be strong, Divine One. I believe in you.
Final battle quotes are back, and this is like one of the best ways the series has done this.
I could impersonate the emblems, but you know, it wouldn't be the same. So let's get them back.
You can do this. Since the day you woke up, I always knew you'd save the world.
And I never knew you'd be right here beside me in the end. Thank you for everything, clan.
If you have faith in the moon and stars above, our beloved emblems will return.
We'll need your dancing more than ever, Seadoll.
You can do it, Divine One. Underdogs always find strength when they need it most. Trust me!
Yeah, you really have been a true underdog, but you've become amazing with your reclass into Wyvern.
I'm worried. But you don't need my support either way. I know you'll see us through this.
And I'll need you to destroy any flying enemies that come our way.
You have always been my source of strength. Allow my faith, just this once, to be yours.
You've come a very long way, Ivy. I'm glad you're with us in the end.
There's a 100% discount on Lady Anna's aid services today. One-time offer, no refunds.
And as always, Anna's dialogue is amazing.
No getting discouraged now. Heads held high. We believe in you, and we will win. Easy.
You were definitely my bias pick, Tamara, but I don't regret it.
As your sister and fellow dragon, I'll do whatever it takes to help you stop Papa.
Vale, I am sure you are I'm gonna make sure you get the final blow here. It's the last thing I do.
Fight on, Divine One. Let us bring you and the emblems together once more.
I was unsure about you at times, Louis, but you proved me wrong.
Use my strength, my guts, anything. I don't care if I don't become a legend. We just have to win.
Wow, that was ultimate character development for Amber right there. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I do not regret choosing you.
Whatever faith remains in this heart, I give to you.
And you'll be right there supporting us with your healing. And now prepare for something cheesy yet amazing.
Imbeciles. Your scrambling is both futile and pitiful.
Please, my friends. I need you all one last time. Once more. Let us engage! Shine on! Emblem of beginnings! Marth! care for us, Emblem of Echoes, Celica! Provide for us, Emblem of the Holy War, Sigurd! Free us, Emblem of Genealogy, Leaf! Rise up, Emblem of Binding, Roy! Sweep across, Emblem of Blazing, Lyn! Restore calm, Emblem of the Sacred, Erica! Fight on, Emblem of Radiance, Ike! Heal us, Emblem of Dawn, Micaiah! Reignite us, Emblem of Awakening, Lucina! Bear your fangs, Emblem of Fates, Corin! Teach us, Emblem of the Academy, Violet! And of course, the final emblem. Connect us, Fire Emblem!
What?
We 13 emblems stand against you with our allies. The future may divide us once more, but here and now, we fight with one heart. This fight, this moment in time is all that matters.
What nonsense. You are the flicker of an ember, a dying light. You're nothing. The deeper your bonds, the greater your pain when those bonds crumble to dust. Why invite that inevitable pain upon yourself? Why allow such weakness to exist? Give up and perish, foolish child of mine.
Yes, you see me as a child. Foolish and weak, and maybe you're right. Maybe that's all I am. But I am not alone. And we're stronger when we stand together. The breaking of bonds can hurt. But when the bond is reforged, it comes back as strong as ever. Or stronger. And it brings an even greater hope. If people are willing to work for it, any bond can be brought back to life. And that's what I'll do. Every single time. For however long it takes. You won't leave this place. Because we're going to stop you. Get ready, Sombron. This ends now!
Okay, that is a fantastic lead into the map theme. This map theme that we're about to hear, I absolutely love this map theme.
I hear you.
I kind of consider it, and not to be negative about another game this late in, I kind of consider it the final battle theme of Fire Emblem Awakening done right. The sort of subdued feel that it has, it's very... the quiet resolve is the only way I can describe it. I think it's just called the same as the chapter itself, The Last Engage. Oh wait, no, it's called like Last Engage Player Incantation. And it's again, it's just something that I really, really love as a track, and...
How mysterious.
Like, we all knew that the main Engage theme was going to be the final battle theme. We all knew it would end like this, but the way that it was done is still a little different than what I expected, and it's really cool. Okay, so now I have to think, though, because I need to make sure that I get my dance going, because my goal here is definitely to take down Sombron in one turn if possible.
Let's go!
Suppose we can start things off by poisoning him. And yeah, we've got to show all the Engage animations.
Emblem, engage!
Because of course we do. One thing I also really like thematically about that is that Alear actually says all the emblems' names.
You fought so hard, traveled so far, merely to die?
Why do you try so hard only to fail? As, you know, the really bad 4Kids Mihawk in One Piece would say. That's just what I think of when I hear that.
Here we go!
Okay, that's a good start. Missing. And yeah, see, now this part of the song kicks in. And you know what? Let's actually go Engage Plus. Now.
Emblem Eternal!
And it's not quite enough damage still, which is annoying. However, I can actually still move in, and you know what? Yeah, let's just Dragon Blast.
You are pathetic.
No, you're just describing yourself there.
As if spurning me to be a divine dragon was not enough. Patricide. Unforgivable.
You killed your own children, tried to destroy the world for your selfish desires. You're the one who is beyond forgiveness.
I said your world meant nothing to me. Its people, my children. You. Once I leave, I will forget you. Even if we met again, I would not recall your face.
Sort of the antithesis to a lead with Marth.
In other words, you'll make the same mistakes as before. So which of us is pathetic?
Oh, that's a great line.
This time, victory was mine.
No, not quite victory was yours yet. We still have a little bit to go on. If I move you away, I can actually get the Bond Blast version with Veil. And yep, that destroys an entire health bar to a ridiculous extent. Although what happens if I use Dragon? Dragon's Fist still does quite a lot too. So now I just need to take off one health bar.
Emblem, engage!
And then go for that Bond Blast. So let's see. Wow, that's a huge change in Mulagir. Oh, actually, because I'm getting the... Yeah, so Mulagir's Dragon Effectiveness has become Fell Dragon Effectiveness thanks to being adjacent to an Alear Engage. We're actually finally seeing that. Now, if I get Luna... Oh, actually, only one Luna was all I needed.
A good wind.
Okay, wow, you contributing to the fight with Sombron is amazing, Alchrist. And now...
Papa.
Oh, the defect. I thought myself rid of you, yet here you are. You laugh.
You're angry because I persisted and survived. It almost feels like praise. We never spent time together as father and daughter like I wanted. But I'm glad I didn't give up. I made it. Because now, I can be the one who defeats you.
You are a malicious child. I would expect no less from my own.
I hope you're watching, Mama. I'm going to stop him. Just like you told me. With the Divine Dragon!
Engage blast!
Foolish. This is not over.
Well, yeah, of course it wouldn't be. That would be a pretty pathetic final boss in that case. Though, you know, Fire Emblem's done that before.
Out of my way, you worms!
Yep, it's his dragon form.
Sombron called reinforcements. But what are they?
The 12 Deadlords?
You thought I sat idly, waiting for you to arrive.
And yes, he's become Fell Sombron now.
I could not bring back my emblem, but I summoned others of equal power. Dark Emblems, who once plunged their worlds into despair.
Dark Emblems?
That presence. So familiar. Yes. These are the foes we fought in our original forms.
So, this is something that I find insanely cool about this final battle. Not only do we get to defeat Sombron, we basically get to fight against every single other Fire Emblem final boss.
Perhaps we should match each emblem to their own enemy. But I can't sense who is who.
Now, this part does sometimes get criticism because some people are like, oh, if you haven't played the earlier games, you won't realize who matches up to who. there actually is a subtle tell, and I'll show that in a moment.
We should move closer, with caution.
And this is exactly why I brought as many warp and rescue staffs as I could here. A barrier made by the Dark Emblems that reduces damage to Fel Sombron. Defeat Dark Emblems to weaken the barrier. The basic idea is the more of these you take down, the easier it is to damage Sombron. They are susceptible to attacks from units synced or engaged with an emblem from their world. In other words, it's an effectiveness bonus. And here we go. Also, yes, we get all of our engages back, so don't worry about, using them all up in the first phase. So, we have Fel Sombron to deal with. He has, essentially 400 HP, 100 HP on 4 health bars. Also, I love this so much. They knew. The final boss has a skill specifically designed to nerf chain attacks. Also, Fel Barrier plus, whatever, yeah. Null's effective Fel Dragon and prevents all damage to units, so you can't even hurt him at all in this state. He also has Fel Assault, Fel Surge, Whirling Death, Howling Beam, Infinite Accuracy, Disengage. So, in a sense, he's actually quite similar to the Demon King from Sacred Stones, but unlike the Demon King, you actually are likely to see him use his support skills. So his overall stats are pretty strong, but not super capped or anything. He's a great Fel Dragon. Fel Sombron. Yeah, also I love how gigantic his sprite is. So, who do we have in the Dark Emblem slot? We have Shadow Dragon, the mundane dictator who just so happens to be a dragon. Dark God. Yes, it says from Sigurd's realm. Okay, so that's one thing. Struck terror into humans' hearts. A priest from another land drank the blood of a dragon and brought calamity. Dark Bishop, a follower of the cult of the Dark God from Leaf's realm, and the most pathetic final boss of all time. Warfather. One who's not necessarily evil, just a little insane and taking his concept of strength too far. So, yeah, those are our initial 4, and it turns out we've got Sigurd right next. So look at this, look at this. If you hover over the right emblem, you will see that small symbol above the appropriate enemy, though it might be hard if they're not, directly in range. But if, for example, I select Sigurd's user, I don't see the symbol over anybody else. So, yeah, that is kind of how this works. Before we begin this battle proper, though, I think we need to know what the stakes are should we lose.
Too much.
If Alir is defeated here...
Is this really how it ends? I'm so sorry, everyone.
There's no future without you! Don't go!
And you choose not to use the time crystal.
What happened?
Everyone you care about, they are all dead.
Dear brother, it's time to go.
Yes, in a first for the series, there's a special game over if you fail the final chapter. So, here's the important thing about the final chapter. What tends to get you is not the Dark Emblems, and it isn't even Sombron. It's the regular mooks they have alongside them. So I'm going to make an effort to take out as many of them as possible. Problem is Anna's in range to kill off those generals, but she kind of needs to be hightailing it towards Nadius right now. However, I do have people like Jean and Clan around here.
Sounds perfect.
Yes, indeed, that does sound perfect. So let's see. One of you has a great axe.
Emblem?
Can I reach the other one with Jean's Thyrsus attack, though? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I have to Bolganone this guy. Well, if nobody else is in range of Jean, I should be fine to do this.
This is how I save lives.
Oh yes, we're going to be saving a lot of lives by defeating Sombron here.
Should I have held back?
Because a lot of lives are going to be lost if he escapes another universe. So we've got these two, and yeah, they both have Worm Slayers. That's a bit of a troll move for Alear. And the Dark Emblems do have 2 health bars each, but they also are stationary. You usually don't need to worry about them attacking you first.
All right.
Alear goes over there. Just want to make sure that
How
Anna can go over
mysterious.
here, get danced for by Seedol, but Seedol can canter away out of range of Sombron. Okay, good. Anna's closer to Medius now.
Me, right?
Suppose there's no harm in delivering a bit of a hit onto Medius first.
Me first.
It's not actually necessary to defeat the Dark Emblems with the emblem from their home universe. It just makes it easier. And let's maybe finish your health bar off. It's okay if this misses. Okay, right.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Now, Anna will definitely be able to finish next turn. So, more of these Dark Emblems will be coming. You may have obviously noticed that not every villain from the early games is present here. There are a total of 12 Dark Emblems that eventually spawn. And once all 12 of them have spawned and been defeated, no further reinforcements in general, Dark Emblems or no, will spawn in this entire chapter. However, reinforcements will be appearing over the course of this. This map does kind of have some time pressure to it. Now, I think if I'm going to lure both of you into myself, I might as well equip the Smash weapon.
I hear you.
And here's why I wanted to bring as many, like, warp and rescue staves to this chapter as possible. It's because if a Dark Emblem happens to be in an area that is not within reach of any of the right emblem of yours, that can cause issues. So I think if Ivy's going towards the left side of the map, then Morvia should head towards the right.
I'll protect you.
And obviously I'm going to send Alchrist around here because there are going to be some flyers incoming. This is why I love the Radiant Bow. Okay, only one enemy lured into Veil. Ah, I was hoping you'd dodge. Okay, so if I'd equipped Obscurity there, that would have died, but that's probably fine. Okay, oh, whoop! Good luck with the dodges so far.
The strength of the
Taking out a couple of them. Unfortunately, it's going to take a little while for Temera to get to where Veld is. And you don't get smashed because this is not the player phase. But I should be able to get rid of these two. Okay, I'm getting a lot of good dodges this turn. That was actually a pretty lucky dodge, given that we're in the true hit range for that one. And now, because of holdout, I'm pretty confident Lapis will be fine here. She is, well, usually your Roy user is one of your best fighters, so generally put them wherever the fighting is fiercest. Eventually, they kind of want to be in the top center, though, because I've looked things up, and the Dark Emblems do spawn in predetermined positions. So that's what I'm going to be going for here. However, speaking of Dark Emblems...
I sense you, Shadow, and I believe I know who you are. I've defeated you before, and I will again. For I hold the Exalted Falchion.
Interesting that he calls it that, because it's only otherwise called the Exalted Falchion in Awakening. But yeah, this would be like maybe the 5th time, so Shadow Dragon, Mystery of the Emblem, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Heroes. I guess this would be the 5th time Marth's beat Medius. And yeah, all of the Dark Emblems quote their home games when defeated. That's kind of the only personality they get, unfortunately. Would have been kind of cool to see a little bit more from them. Every Dark Emblem that's defeated will affect Sombron's barrier a little, but also there will be reinforcements eventually spawning based on which Dark Emblems are still currently active. Yeah, I will probably need Seadoll to have, Timera move a little further into the map. Now, nope, Morvia can absolutely not take down, either of you, which means, looks like, oh, nope, Ivy cannot. But I have both Clan and Jean there.
Stay focused.
Okay, so as long as Jean is only in range of Loptis right now, he should be kind of fine. Now, using up too many engages too early will actually prompt Sombron into using disengage. So you will need to be aware of that. Basically, it happens, I think, after 4 turns have passed, if a lot of people are engaged. If not a lot of people are engaged, Sombron will instead use the beam attack. He actually does have some logic as to what he uses. If he's surrounded by, I think, 3 or more people, he'll use Whirling Death.
We have you all to thank.
Whereas if only 1 person or like 2 are in range of him, he'll use one of his standard attacks. You know, I suppose I might be able to get Timera in on the action here. Kind of makes sense she's sort of contributing maybe a little bit to the
just a scratch.
Loptis fight. Now this with an effectiveness bonus is, yeah, that's pretty significant, but can I beat you with... No, I believe I actually have to use the smash weapon on you if I want to one-round you. Oh wait, no, you're broken! So this is no risk to myself. Okay, let's take down Loptis.
The Divine Sword Tearfing is awakened. That marks you as... no. Impossible.
Sigurd was long dead by the time Loptis reawakened in his home universe.
As a knight of Granville, and a descendant of one of the 12 Crusaders, I shall be your end!
Yeah, I'm so glad that didn't miss, because otherwise that would have been really embarrassing for Sigurd. Yeah, and we actually get some, like, localized dialogue from bosses from Japan-only games, which is cool. Yeah, I forget, it's been a while since I played FE4, so I forget which part of Loptis' defeat dialogue that was. Also, the whole Loptis thing is kind of weird, and it makes me wonder if there really is a remake in the works. I may have said this before, but because, like, a lot of the terminology surrounding the genealogy characters
Think whatever you like.
got changed in Heroes at one point. Like, Ulster became Skahar, and Loptir got reverted to Loptis, which is closer to the Japanese, so it does make me wonder if maybe they are starting to work on an official localization for the genealogy character names, and that can only really mean one thing. So yeah, excited to see where that potentially goes. Yeah, there's a lot of... we're not really sure whether there's... I mean, you know, if you're watching this in the future, obviously you'll know, but I still think if there is a remake,
I had no choice.
It's probably going to be either FE4 or 6, and I'd be down for either one. Okay, I'm actually going to send Lapis further... actually, no, wait. No, I'm going to have Lapis, yeah, this might not be guaranteed, though.
Don't waste my time.
She's hurt a little bit, but I don't want to engage with her because I want to save that engage for after Sombron uses disengage. But yeah, I do probably need Amber down here. I have actually given him a Brave Axe, but works decently well with momentum, but yeah, its accuracy leaves a little to be desired sometimes. And that's not, like, totally guaranteed. Okay, wait, no. Speaking of guaranteed, Veil beating you with Obscuritaire is absolutely guaranteed, so let's do that.
Allow me.
Just kind of take this slowly. Don't rush too much. You don't actually have to beat all of the Dark Emblems. If you're good, you can beat Sombron within just one phase. If you take down, like, all 4 of the Dark Emblem, the first Dark Emblems, you can take down all 400 of his health, especially with a Goddess Dance from Violet. But, okay, I'll just say it right now, this is a little crazy. I am actually gonna go for defeating all the Dark Emblems. Just because I really want to show all of the boss dialogue. they all have really great boss dialogue, and yeah, every emblem gets in on the action. Now, I do know that Ashnard's going to spawn there eventually, so I don't really want to move Amber too far away is the problem. However... Okay, that's Sombron's aggro line. How much is Sombron doing? He generally prefers his magical attack. I mean, Amber's pretty solid regardless if he's engaged or not, so I might want to burn the engage now. Because if I get Ragnall equipped, I'll be able to counterattack that. I mean, yes, I can attack Sombron if I want. You can do very, very minimal damage without the Dark Emblems gone. I think it is theoretically possible to beat Sombron with... might as well make use of these Warp Staves. I mean, it's the end of the game. It is theoretically possible to beat him through the barrier. I've heard of some people doing it. I think it involves Alear and their engage form. Okay. Do I trust Clan to take on 2 enemies at once, is the thing. Well, one of them is magical, and Clan's resistance is kind of solid. So you know what? Maybe I do kind of trust him to take on 2 enemies at once. Absolutely not with Thunder, though. Okay, come on, Clan, you can do this. So, yeah, this is... yeah, that is a lot of damage. Wait, why did he switch back to the longbow? I must have not properly equipped Ragnall. Okay, now everything is running in, which is actually not that terrible of a... Oh, no! Oh! I shouldn't have equipped that, because he gets broken. Right. Okay, now, what is annoying is when these enemies kind of crowd around Sombron, because, like I said, it's usually not Sombron who gets you, it is the other enemies. The problem is that the other enemies are quite... Sombron is quite likely to chip you down in combination with the other enemies.
Should I have held back?
Okay, so let's deal with that chump.
Whatever you need.
Now, I could even override through them, but I'm not sure if that's really going to be totally necessary. Does Louis get doubled by Sombron's magical attack? Yes, he indeed does. So Louis has to stay very far away from Sombron's range. The other thing to note about Sombron is Sombron cannot critical. So that's the one mercy he shows you. Okay, I think through combination of... Well, I mean, I might not get a crit here. Did not, but that's going to weaken you a little. Yeah, probably should have equipped Hellfire from the start, but oh well, let's do this.
I'll help!
With Clan's resistance, like Sombron's most dangerous attacks are his magical ones, but at the same time, his physical one is very dangerous to magic users, so... Still gotta be a little cautious of going within Sombron's range. Would be kind of interesting if Sombron could move, but that'd probably make this map, like, even more horrifying.
Winning.
This isn't, like, a super difficult final chapter, I feel, overall, but, like, as far as Fire Emblem final chapters go, I do quite enjoy this one. It's again, it's the kind of one where the map itself kind of feels like a boss fight. So the next set of Dark Emblems will spawn in the cardinal directions. We've got... Okay, actually can attack here, but yeah, we've got to be very careful of Jean too, because Jean is definitely at risk from Sombron's physical attack. He doesn't take a lot from Fell Surge, but he definitely takes a lot from the physical attack. Can I actually... I believe I can snipe Veld from all the way over here, so let's just get a little bit of damage on him. He is a Bow Knight, though, so he's not like a massive threat or anything. Kind of fitting for Veld in the original game, who is, yeah, as I've said, probably the most pathetic final boss in the whole Fire Emblem series. Oh, you are way too close to Sombron for comfort. Also, once the Dark Emblems are defeated once, they will not respawn, so you don't need to worry about Medius coming back, which means Anna at this point can basically go wherever she wants.
Here we go. Not done yet.
So just a little bit of chip damage on that guy. I'm going to get the Draconic Hex too. Important to note, Draconic Hex works on Sombron, and that can actually be very useful against him. I will probably need to heal Lapis though. Also, get used to these chain attacks having 80% accuracy while it still lasts. That's not going to be the case against Sombron himself. This part of the song is still so great. Okay, I'm gonna have to kind of bank on a critical if I want to do this, whereas I think Amber's a lot more guaranteed to take out you. Yep, basically guaranteed.
I'll go first. Hope this looks cool.
Yeah, he can still say my legend starts today, even though he's apparently canonically not even concerned with being a legend right now. Okay, Vale does have Thunder, which is actually doing quite a lot of damage. Well, I mean, it is L Thunder, but still, like, that's more damage than I was expecting. Okay, that's a Draconic Hex. Here's a slight issue, though. Yeah, weirdly, this is actually doing more damage than Willerglans in some context because I get to double things. Yeah, and I needed to have Aaliyah in the Divine Dragon outfit for this battle. Okay, yeah, no matter where I go, I get hit by Sombron, so kind of have to resign myself to that fact. Now, you have... Okay, oh, you have Fortify, so I guess we can fortify ourselves here. Or Fortirity. We'll still call it that sometimes. Okay, now Alcris is down there. Now, I know where Lynn's Dark Emblem is going to spawn. Oh, there's Dark Spirit going off, and there's... Ow, that hurts! Yeah. See, again, not much of a threat on his own, but when he has allies around to pick you off afterwards, that becomes a bit of an issue. Yeah, Sombron's actually getting a taste of his own, well, he's kind of seeing the failings of his own philosophy here, because he can kind of only defeat you while he's alongside others. Of course, that just leads me to think about, yeah, so that whole thing with Sombron there, this is one of the aspects of this game that a lot of people don't like, because, yeah, so a lot of people aren't huge fans of the fact that, like a lot of the villains in this game, Sombron gets his backstory kind of dumped last minute. The thing is, I don't actually have that big of an issue. Well, okay, I mean, I have an issue with the fact that it is kind of last minute, but at the same time, one thing that I do actually really like about Sombron's backstory is the whole idea of, as TV tropes would call it, Freudian excuse is no excuse. Sombron had every chance to be a better person, and he always rejected them. And that's what makes him a villain in this story. It's not that he's a fell dragon, it's not that he's a dragon.
Sort of like that, maybe?
It's that he constantly refused opportunities to not be a dick when they presented themselves. And, like, even to his own children. Like, he had a chance to actually kind of make something there, and actually form an actual relationship with his children, or with those villagers that he encountered. But no, he's like, no, I blame you all for my suffering, which is entirely my own making. Yeah, it's like, Sombron, while I'm not entirely sure he might be, like, my favorite sort of pure evil villain of all time, I do think he's a fairly decent one for what he is. And yeah, I do personally quite enjoy Sombron as an antagonist.
Me first. You don't mess around.
Okay, getting another level up here. Unfortunately, these level ups will not count for the future. There is actually I mean, I've already kind of revealed that there is a post-game state to this game, though, as to, like, via the, like, how it affects skirmishes. Yeah, I might as well use this now, because there's no reason not to. I'll lose it next turn. And I'll be able to get it back via the Emblem Energy. The Emblem Energy is pretty generous on this map, actually. So the question is, can I kill off this other Wolf Knight? Because that's my main problem. Now, I don't want to get too greedy, but it's possible I may even be able to beat the two Dark Emblems here this turn, although it would require a little bit of finesse with this side. Now, if I were to engage with Roy here,
Emblem, engage.
I may be able to double the Wolf Knight. Let's see. Yes, I actually do double the Wolf Knight, so yeah, that's my best accuracy, tied with the Binding Blade.
Come on.
Yeah, one day I might get Temera Duelist Plus, that'd help.
I have faith in the goodness of humankind.
My first playthrough, I was using Lapis as a hero entirely for Duel Assists. Yeah, that's wind magic, so let's stay away from that. Of course, I get attacked by Sombron regardless of what I do, but there's no way that I'll possibly die. So all the Wolf Knights are gone. So it's just you left. I think I may actually need Yunaka to pick off this guy right here. And yeah, I'm getting healing from this because of Eclipse Brace from Louis. It's really interesting, like, how inheriting that impacts things, because it changes every time Erica's user swaps out to Ephraim, which I haven't done nearly as much as I probably should, but that's kind of par for the course with Ephraim. Okay, now, I believe Erica's respective Dark Emblem is going to spawn, actually fairly close to here.
A little rough here.
Although, okay, actually, this is hilarious. Yes, let's do this for maximum overkill. Vel deserves it.
You radiate evil, but are you truly the Dark Bishop who I fought once before?
You seem stronger than him, but that's not a high bar to clear.
Is your intent to spread fear and despair in this world too? I will never allow that to happen.
Yeah, speaking of pure evil villains I'm not a huge fan of, like, this is my first ever indication that Veld even had a motive. He was really just a lackey of Manfroy. Apparently even Thracia was meant to have a different final boss. There's unused data for a monster boss line. But yeah, it's just, Veld is often considered the most disappointing final boss in the series, both in terms of character and in terms of gameplay. Which says quite a lot, since, like, Fire Emblem hasn't really traditionally been known for having particularly great, great final boss battles overall.
Feeling better.
But yeah, overall I do think this is a pretty good one. It feels quite similar to the final boss of Fates, but I like the final boss of Fates, so, well, the final boss of Fates Revelation, specifically. Final boss of Fates Conquest was quite decent too, but for different reasons. But yeah, so being compared to, well, this is one of the few areas where being compared to Fate's Revelation is a good thing. Okay, I like to keep my Leaning Gauge ready. Here's the problem. Amber is, like, has gone way too far. How about we warp Lady Anna? Surprisingly, I haven't really called her Lady Anna that much in my actual commentary. I really should be doing it that more. She doesn't quite beat you, but maybe alongside Aaliyah or with the Divine Dragon. Okay, well, I do actually have guaranteed chain attack here, thanks to Anna just simply being there. I am putting you there for the purposes of Veil, maybe? I've got that. At the same time, though, there's kind of no reason not to engage with Marth right now. And let's show the actual engage animation, because it's Marth. I mean, it's sort of fitting that I have Marth engage with Anna right now, because he was the first ever Fire Emblem Lord, and Anna's a recurring character who's been with the series since the start.
Here we go.
In fact, there's an interesting thing I found out about Anna relatively recently, but
Let you do what you want.
I'll go into that during the ending, because let's just say it's got kind of implications in that regard. May have to engage here just for the double Echo, because I think Echo is really the only way that I can beat you. I mean, alternatively, Elvina just wrecks you instantly. Maybe I don't even need to engage. It's not the end of the world if I fail this, though.
We meet again, Duma. Though I'm not sure you are him.
It must really suck to be Duma right now, because just right after Almond Celica put him out of his madness-induced misery, he's been brought back and forced to fight for this jerk.
Please, do no more harm. Allow your great and weary soul the rest it deserves.
Would be like an interesting fanfic concept, just think about what all of these Dark Emblems are thinking right now. Medius probably relishes in getting another shot at Marth. Duma probably hates this. I don't even know what Veld's thinking, because he barely has a character. Loptus is a pretty standard, as long as there is evil in the hearts of man, I will return.
The shield is gone. Now's our chance.
But okay, shield may be gone, but I don't know if I want to actively go after Sombron just yet. Although it couldn't hurt to get a little bit of amber damage. Let's fight so hard we start a legend.
Not over yet.
And yet, this is the chain attack nerfing skill that he has.
My legend starts now.
Okay, that's one health bar down.
You'll get no sympathy from me.
I don't know why, but I really like how it actually just shows the character's victory quote there without, like, just, like, seamlessly. I think that's really cool. Okay, well, he might even lose another health bar here.
I will be a hero.
Gotta admit that his animations are pretty awesome.
My legend starts now.
Okay, Amber is responsible for taking off 50% of Sombron's health in a single turn because, yeah. Fell Sombron with yes, so he does this if I think 4 turns have passed and a lot of people are engaged. So that means that everybody around here is going to lose their engages soon. You know what? I probably should heal with Ivy before I move Amber. Yes, I know that damage significantly helped his damage on Sombron, but I need you down here right now. I need you around there. Because, yeah, like, I could finish Sombron now, and really that is kind of objectively the best way to handle it, but I do want to try and beat all the Dark Emblems. Though there will be reinforcements incoming quite soon. There's going to be flyer reinforcements from, like, three each from the north and south of the map. Of course, Tamara can kind of go wherever she wants right now, because I've just defeated Veld. So I'll see where she's most needed. Oh, yeah, here's a problem. Lapis is going to lose that engage soon. And now, I can take this, because disengage only affects people who are currently engaged, not people who are not. Of course, the thing about Sigurd's user is they can basically go wherever they want, so I can kind of position you into somewhere where you might be able to make a difference in the future. Probably do want some bow users down towards the north and south, because that contingent of flyers that comes in later is a bit annoying. And here comes disengage. It looks pretty awesome, though. And yeah, I do think this is quite similar to the Demon King's Nightmare Staff from Sacred Stones, except actually a threat.
Stop them, Dark Emblems.
So, it's round 2 of the Dark Emblems. And now he's going to use... Oh, he's aiming Howling Beam there. That's actually a problem. I think he does aim it, like, close to where, there being 2 Wolf Knights there is actually a pain. However, I might be able to use a Yunaka Overdrive there. But aiming Howling Beam there is an issue. 55 magic attack. At least it can't double. So if I do go for the Override, she's going to get caught in the Howling Beam. Override with the Rider's Bane won't kill everything, but it will heavily weaken everything.
One strike will decide it.
I haven't even shown what the Dark Emblems are yet, but I will. Though you can probably tell thanks to which characters I positioned in which places. Yeah, I do kind of have a bit of foreknowledge here. So this one is the Demon King. We must defeat him before he gets his mind into Saline. I'm sure she'd be kind of vulnerable to his corruption. The Mad King, the ultimate social Darwinist. And also a contender for Awful Father of the Year alongside Sombron. Dark Druid, the one who just wanted to see his family again, but now he's forgotten even that purpose. And the Demon Dragon. The one of the Dark Emblems who's not actually evil. She's just kind of a tragic figure in all of this, and Roy really needs to... Well, really, Roy, it's up to Roy to rescue her.
Help me, Emblem!
Yeah, I think you should be able to... Oh, I can even get you with Bolganone. Yeah, once again, regular enemies. Just focus on the regular enemies.
Stay focused.
There will be reinforcements coming eventually, but I think we should be fine. And I'm actually kind of regretting giving Morvia the Flame...
Ready for anything.
Who am I kidding? Of course I regret giving Morvia the Flame Lance. The Flame Lance is just the ultimate in regret. No, Tamara actually has more HP than I thought she did.
Alrighty.
Really, just Sombron's last attack hurt quite a lot. I may even need to use, yeah. Probably don't want Seedol to be in there, but I may need to use Great Sacrifice after this. See, here's the problem, though. Down here where Amber is are also 2 mages. And yeah, the reinforcements that appear alongside the Dark Emblems are always the same. 2 Swordmasters, huh? Well, I mean, I guess Lyn will do pretty effectively at doubling them. Especially if they're debuffed with Draconic Hex, which I am very eager to use on Sombron later. Okay, this could be a bit of an issue, we'll see.
Allow me.
Because the thing that I'm worried about is... oh, actually, no. Lapis should be able to kill you with the spear. Because that way she's not going to risk break.
Who's next?
Would have actually appreciated an extra point of strength there, because Lapis can pretty much die. Whoops. I forgot you had a bow. Right. Kind of hoping to get through this with no time crystal, but I mean, if it's just fixing a simple mistake like that, I'm kind of fine with it. I mean, I could even try and go for a bonded shield here. Because the important note is that if you use Engage Plus, you actually don't get the effectiveness against the Dark Emblems, because Emblem Aaliyah is only effective against Sombron. Now, I'm hoping that with the shielding art, that guy is tempted to go for Veil because of her lower defense. Got a bit of a plan here. Get you out of the beam. And now, the only enemies around here are not really a huge threat to Clan. Amber may have to retreat from Ike's main foe, which, I mean, I know Ike certainly won't approve of, but... Actually, let's try something first here. The annoying thing about Nirgal is that he is currently engaged with a flyer, and that means that, like, the whole, like, Lyn effectiveness doesn't really make any difference, because you'd have effectiveness with bows anyway. Okay, Luna was still not enough there. Problem is, Ivy's accuracy leaves a lot to be desired. So let's see, if I rescue Amber... I suppose if I'm killing any one of them, it should be the non-debuffed one, but that accuracy sucks. Okay, this had better hit.
Take this! All right.
But yeah, I don't really need to take you out right now, so let's just ignore that, and instead... Okay, as long as nothing else can attack anything in this area, we should be okay. Lance power activated. Oh yeah, that creates miasma too, which is annoying.
I'll protect you.
And that's exactly what I was hoping would happen. Yeah, the AI doesn't really know that Bonded Shield exists, but, you know, you probably know that by now. And that is... breaky. Well, that's fine. Oh, they're just healing. I was kind of hoping that some of them would try and attack Clan and die. Well, you attacked Clan and... I think you're dead. Yes, you are.
Did you see that?
I think the other one... Is the other one a little damaged? Because if it is, Clan will be able to deal with it. Oh, Clan probably should have put a Silver Sword on Clan. Hi there, you are... Freezing Amber. That is really annoying, because that means he... Well, I mean, I can rescue staff him towards Ashnard. Okay, so... Yeah, you are fully healed. Although... This is a bit of a weird thing to burn my Engage for.
Here I go!
Can I, like, Yato you with Corrin's Engage? That'd be funny. I can! Okay, let's do that! I like seeing Yato actually get used. It feels like one of the weaker Engage weapons. Especially for a Bond 15 weapon, but it's got its uses at times. Okay, well that freezes Ashnard at least. But Ashnard's foe is also frozen. Yeah, that's as far as I can rescue Amber from, unfortunately. Haven't managed to burn Ivy's warping just yet. Okay, perfect accuracy against you. Great.
You're pretty tough, you know.
And yeah, I haven't really engaged any of the Dark Emblems just yet. You're still alive. But hopefully not for much longer. I mean, I suppose I can just go for all for one.
I challenge my fate.
I don't know if it's going to be much help elsewhere. I think that's actually the first time I've heard Vale give her,
I'll change the future into hope.
Assist quote. I would appreciate a little bit more speed on Aaliyah, but still. I think you can probably stay there. Again, gotta remember you have a bow. Maybe it's time for
Help me be a righteous dragon.
you to go engage. And then Echo with... I can even Echo with Ragnarok, but no, that's not a lot. If I Echo with Seraphim, does a little bit, but I get a chain attack each time.
I'll go first.
Which missed! Okay, but Draconic Hex is a thing.
Allow me.
I was thinking, like, what if I had Nova on you? I think the flying reinforcements are a fixed occurrence.
Why are you here? And in that form? We have no quarrel. So, I'll do my part to stop this. And I'll again free your soul from endless fighting.
Idun right now is like, please, Roy, I was just having fun in Nevada. Let me go back there.
I feel great.
And I can ride as Bainu. Yeah, you've got Caladbold, which is cool. And also, the whole Demon King, Dark Emblem doesn't really mean much, because whoever is using Erica already has Corrupted Effectiveness anyway. And it's unlikely they'll have a stronger weapon than... I mean, I suppose they might have a stronger weapon than Siglindi. Maybe a Smash weapon. That is the wrong person. But at least, yeah, you get the benefit of the effectiveness bonus while synced. And yes, effectiveness with Groot weapons is amazing.
I sense a miasma of evil coming from you. Could you be the Demon King? If you are, I will defeat you. Before you beguile anyone, or cause a tragedy.
I've seen the Demon King actually be pretty big of a threat in challenge runs. Forget when he actually says that, though, because I believe the Demon King, like, in his full form in the final chapter, doesn't even have a defeat quote. Okay, so that's 1 down, 3 to go. And Amber is still paralyzed. Okay, we've got Nurgle to deal with, though. And you're going to be freezing somebody every turn I don't deal with you.
Fate is full of surprises. Who would have thought we'd meet again? Yet this, I'm afraid, is our final parting. Soon, you'll only be a stain on my sword.
That's pretty awesome. I seem to remember that, like, Nurgle's boss dialogue with Lyn is just kind of like, I never really expected you to be here. You were, like, the one part of my plan I failed to account for. I mean, actually, wait, maybe it was Hector. Like, I think, I know that one of the 3 lords, Nurgle, is like, wait, why are you still here? Okay, we have Sigurd and, Nah, she probably needs to be healed before she goes. Although, admittedly, Ashnard doesn't even have any ranged weapons, which is kind of weird for Ashnard, but still. Because he's normally got that, what's it called again? Golgorant, I think? It's named after a cannibal king from mythology. Yeah, and I'm pretty glad Ashnard did eventually end up in Heroes, and I feel like his Heroes voice actor is pretty good. It'd be really cool to have, like, full voice acting for Path of Radiance and actually get to hear Ashnard giving, like, full-on crazy, fully voice-acted dialogue. That'd be great. I mean, you know, this 3 damage on Sombron might make a difference in the end. It's entirely possible. Every little bit counts. And hi, you clearly just want Roy to end your suffering again. 210 damage, nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that line a lot. It's also the name of her boss theme, if I remember right. Oh wait, no, that's like Shaman in the Dark. Or technically the Dark Miko, like as in the Japanese term for priestess, which was originally the subtitle of that game. Oh yeah, you're still spawning things, and that was also more Sword Masters. Okay, well, I mean, you're dead this turn anyway. That was an epic slow motion. Yeah, I wish it was the secret defeat quote that he used there, the why did I want more power? Because that's the one time, like, you know, people give Sombron flack for having his backstory dumped at the last minute. At least his backstory wasn't locked behind obscure, second playthrough exclusive, yes, stuff. There's a lot of weirdness to Nurgle in Blazing Sword. Torrential Roar doesn't quite kill you both. But I think it might actually take a health bar off of Ashnard. Also severely debuff their evasion. I think movement, it kind of takes you the shortest possible. I don't think there's like a way that I could have like swung around the entire like distance and then got a better momentum from here. Not sure. However, so we're both using smash weapons, but yeah, because I initiate combat, I'm the one who strikes last. However, yeah, that's obviously much better.
I know exactly who you are. I can feel it. You're the Mad King. I won't hold back against you. I'll fight with all my strength.
Ike was pretty much one of the few people besides Lagoo's Royals who really stood a chance against Ashnard in his original game. I kind of don't like the whole Goddess-blessed armor thing that Ashnard had, which meant that, like, only Ike and, like, Lagoo's could really stand a chance, and only Lagoo's Royals really had enough, power to really do anything. I like final boss fights in Fire Emblem that let every character, like, get to shine in the final battle, like this one. And yeah, so that's why I'm not a huge fan of that. Alchrist and Anna are now surrounded by Swordmasters. Oh wow. I was about to say I might be able to warp in with like Sigurd, but no, I don't even need to warp in. But before I do that, I probably should heal. Thankfully, you're in range. This is why I brought a whole lot of physics staves, and hopefully I get all of my uses restored after I make my post-game save. Maybe not, actually. I forget exactly how that works, if it carries over, like, items. So let's see. Alright, Anna does have the bow, so I am getting chain attack on that Swordmaster, but it's still not quite enough. This is, like, I believe, like, possibly, like, the biggest possible momentum. Okay, we've got that. I mean, I don't really want her to move away. And I would be afraid of crits, but Swordmasters just don't really crit you in Engage. Okay, massively good level up here, Anna, come on. Well, speed is fine. So, okay, Louis is pretty much free to go wherever he wants now, because his nemesis is defeated. Speaking of Nemesis being defeated, let's just say that that name might have a double meaning in this map, and a particular one may not have spawned yet, and I don't think I have enough people manning that area. It's funny how, like, Louis had issues with his accuracy earlier, now he has, like, 0 issues with his accuracy, thanks to all of those skills I passed down to him. So goodbye you, and unfortunately, I think I actually need... Oh, hey, I got 100% hit. Oh, because of the water. Nice one, clan.
Rest now.
Okay. You might notice Micaiah has not fought her nemesis yet. It's the modern game's last, essentially. Yes, I totally need that Steel Axe game. I am not Huh. I can actually echo you out from outside of your range. That's cool. I lose 1 HP for that, though, and that might come back to bite me because I think flyers are incoming. Fortunately, Sombron laughs at your pathetic attempts to use chain attacks because friendship sucks. However, I did get to debuff him with Draconic Hex. And Veil actually capped at a level, so I was right that that would happen. Speed is good. Oh, hey, I can actually do a little bit of... Can I Bolganone? I can Bolganone. Or I could Nova. Which I think does less. But yeah, let's get a little bit of damage in here. My idea is that once I take down the final set of Dark Emblems, I just blitz down Sombron and end it quickly. Because there will be some reinforcements spawning soon. Hello there, Mr. Swordmaster. I would say Anna has more HP than I kind of expect, but at the same time, she is, you know, a warrior. They're pretty much known for their HP. Right then, we now have the final set of Dark Emblems. Judgment. Proof that getting rid of all your emotions is a bad idea, especially when you're a god. Despair. The Fell Dragon, who is a bit more successful than Sombron, actually succeeded in ruining his universe and creating a dark timeline. Mad Dragon, the copyright dragon who silences those who dare speak his name. And finally, Liberation King, the opera-singing bandits who killed a god. And yeah, this description right here is kind of a spoiler. It's weird that Nemesis is attached to a mage, but I won't question it. It's funny, as I'm recording this, I actually haven't fought Nemesis in 3 houses before. I actually got massive burnout by the time I reached the Golden Deer route. Okay. Jean... this is actually really weird, but honestly, it's actually more efficient to do this. Because I know that Lapis can one-round that guy, but Jean can't. So this is actually a better use of his turn. So yeah, my aim here is to blitz down those Dark Emblems and then finish Sombron. But once again, I'm not going to get too distracted. I'm going to go for the normal enemies first, because, again, they're what gets you. Oh, also, these are thieves that both had the S-rank dagger, so that's also a major thing. But Yunaka, I think, can actually take them down. Oh boy. There's something there that I'm not going to comment on. Oh, thank you.
If this love is a crime...
They did not jinx me with that. Okay, and we have...
a slight setback.
A slight setback. Okay, no. If I equip a melee axe, then Alchrist will get chain attack. However, it's not quite enough. But if either of these Luna, then I'm good. Okay, there we go, I'm good.
I need to get stronger until no one.
And now I should be able to safely abandon the left-hand side of the map, because there isn't really anything, unless I need Anna to take down these enemies. Okay, so that's a... Oh, they're both Great Knights, actually. So let's see. Yeah, I can Seraphim them to death, and in fact, they're both guaranteed to die to Veil, because if they attack her, then she gets to go first, because they have great weapons.
Your soul the rest it deserves.
Still getting XP, even though her level is maxed, and okay, there we go. Oh, Holy Stance plus is actually... That's probably too many pluses, but still. In fact, I actually will do this again, I think. That should deal with them. Okay, so question. How much damage do you deal to Amber? 24. Okay, that's probably fine. I'll get to attack you once, though. Huh. Oh, that accuracy is just... Yeah, the Brave Axe has pretty bad accuracy in this game. Oh, that wasn't a crit, though. Well, that's potentially problematic. Strength and speed's good. But okay, let's see. Speaking of potentially problematic, Louis cannot go in there. I keep thinking that Louis has cancer, because I keep thinking it's like, oh yeah, because it's like, you know, cavalry from earlier games, they had cancer, but no. Almost feels like Louis, maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like Louis could easily be a genealogy character. Maybe it's just because the actual Armor Knight and genealogy is so forgettable. But, like, he's kind of meant to be forgettable. That's kind of his entire character. Okay, so technically clan is needed over on that side. Oh, I could go for the Silver Grootlins here. Well, via Sea-Dog Dancing, I know I have this hero locked down. I should have this hero locked down. Also, hey, Ike's back. In that case, I think I will go with Ike here just to lower your damage against me. However, there we go, guaranteed hit, hero is down.
No sympathy from me. I owe you my life.
Oh boy. I mean, I could try for this. I don't like going for risky things just because of... Okay, well, you were not crit by a thief that time.
I've decided.
And that frees you up to head towards your nemesis, and I actually think I may need Anna to go up here. Because I need somebody to actually beat Sombron once the last Dark Emblems are down. I suppose technically I can make a start on fighting you.
You? Has Sombron summoned you again to pass judgment on the world?
Yeah, might be a little out of character for him to summon a light goddess, but meh.
I'm not going to let that happen. Yoon, please give me strength.
And they've changed the canonical pronunciation of Yoon because it was Yune in Radiant Dawn. I don't really know what it's meant to be technically, but apparently it's canonically Yoon now. Oh, you have prayer on me, that's not good. Grasping Void. I was about to say I should have engaged for Thani, and then I was like, wait, it wouldn't make a difference. I get effectiveness anyway. And hello there. Yeah, I don't get counter on you, unfortunately, but it's fine. Okay, that was what I was hoping would happen, because... well, I get Bonded Shield, but then you just die, because, yeah. Bonded Shield, okay, Sombron's doing nothing, right then. Now, we just have the 4 Dark Emblems to go, so...
Just a scratch.
I feel bad if, Micaiah isn't the one to defeat you. However, you're not even going to do any damage unless you get Lunas. Which means, theoretically, this is better because it's more shots at Luna. Okay, there's one. Okay, in fact, that's exactly enough. Which kind of fits given that Alcrest has supported Ivy in this run, but I think, yeah, you going down to exactly 50? Yeah, it means that I defeat you. Now, yeah, what is your defeat quote going to be? Because you didn't have an actual defeat quote in your home game, you just kind of vanished. Huh. I think that's a new line. I don't think she ever says that in the original. Yeah, I still think that is probably my favorite Fire Emblem final boss. Not saying who it is because spoilers. But this and, Fate's Revelation, I think, are my other ones.
That was fun! Thanks!
I feel like if you really like the difficulty, like Silver Snow's final boss is technically kind of decent too, but that chapter is horrifying and I don't really want to go through it again. Okay!
I didn't want to see you. But if it's true that you are at the end of every path I take...
Yep, an uncourse confirmed for canonical villain of all the fates.
Then I will stop you every time. I won't give up.
Also, yeah, Corrin seems to be cognizant of alternate timelines as well. And also, regarding an uncourse, I know that Buried, Forgotten, and Betrayed are in there, his title somewhere. I know that God, Dragon, and King are in there, but I always forget which adjective goes to which noun. Almost gone. Just 2 more to go. Okay, just gotta confirm that Jean actually can do this. He can, okay. I feel like it's actually very fitting for Nemesis to be defeated by Roy, someone who strives for humans and dragons to live in harmony.
Made quick work of that.
But let's have him finish off by his, well, Nemesis.
The King of Liberation. Revived? I doubt you'll go peacefully. Well, neither will I.
Yeah, this makes whatever root of Three Houses is canon a little bit nebulous, because Byleth seems to express surprise here.
The flow of time may have brought us both here, but now I will end your journey.
That's actually a nice, subtle allusion to the Song of Nabateans, now that I think about it, which I really wish still got a, full, version. Yes, just like Sombron, friendship sucks. I actually had, like, joke lyrics to God Shattering Star at one point, and one of the last kind of gigantic held notes of it was just Nemesis going, friendship sucks! But anyway, that was Temera level ear destruction there. But now, well, I mean, actually, it's kind of fitting that Anna gets to contribute here with Marth on Grima, because Grima was kind of technically part of Marth's world, as much as Japanese fans don't like that for perverting the sacred Arcanea lore. Okay, and now, yeah, I don't know if you'll actually do it. Oh, maybe with the Smash Weapon. Yeah.
You've come chasing after me again. You, who are the wings of despair and the breath of ruin.
Yeah, that's a title that I do remember.
If that's so, then I challenge that fate. Die now that our future can live.
This is kind of a fitting one to save for last.
Come and get it!
That wasn't quite a friendship sucks, but it was pretty close. So, once you've defeated all 12 Dark Emblems, Sombron's barrier is down permanently, and no more reinforcements at all, Dark Emblems or not, will ever spawn. So... see, okay. I kind of feel like I may have to waste a few turns doing this, but it just feels wrong not to do this with an Aaliyah Veil Engage attack.
Here we go!
Just keep up this pressure here. This means I probably can't afford to put Amber in his range, because then he'll just attack Amber and get himself killed. It's kind of a shame. I don't think Morvia has special dialogue either. Oh, okay, you're using that. I mean, honestly, I'm fine with that, because, I just need to get my Engage back anyway. Howling Beam.
Our foes are strong.
So yeah, let's do this, and then everybody get out of the way of the beam. I know I'm wasting turns here. I could beat him now, but I want to do this with style. Yes, howl into the void, Sombron. Know that no one is answering you. Because that's just the thing. That's the whole Sombron's whole thing. He constantly refused attempts to be a better person, and now he has nobody who cares about him.
Emblem Eternal.
Well, let's let Lapis actually get in on this action. She hasn't really taken a shot at Sombron yet.
Sorry about that.
Amber's already had enough glory. Oh, hey, Cap's out of level too. I also just realized that, yeah, I did promote her, like, right at the start, like, when I first got her, so it makes sense her internal level is kind of low. But now... It is kind of a shame that I can't Bond Blast, but I already did that on his human form. And you know what? Yeah, let's do it with his own magic, for added irony. I said I'd have Vale get the final blow!
Feel what I feel.
And that was perfect.
Then I will be denied my reunion.
We've won, Sombron.
Now I will never return home. Perhaps that is just as well. I am tired. Tired of searching in every shadow.
For the Emblem of Foundations?
I would look in sunless woods, gloomy caves, the shade of a dead tree. In such places, I felt my emblem again. Now, that is all over.
You chose to be alone, yet continued to look for this emblem. Why?
Perhaps I wanted someone to appreciate how far I had come, all on my own.
It's kind of the attitude that you ended up instilling into Vale, that desperation for praise, which, yeah, also passed down to Zephyr and later Marnie.
Someone to see me, who I am. After millennia of being cast away.
I could have been that person. Or Vale, or our siblings. Why didn't you let us? Why choose to start these wars?
I need no connections. Not in your world.
Even at the end, you don't want to be a father to us. Very well. You'll be only the fell dragon. An evil that we slayed. That's how we'll remember you.
Do as you please. I have been alone for all this time. Why should my death be different? I do not need mercy or pity. I will fade in this place, apart from the one I yearn to see.
Do you remember the invocation?
What?
The invocation for the Emblem of Foundations.
I have tried. Again and again I said the words. It was no use.
Still, it couldn't hurt to try. One last time.
All right. Burn. Burn us, Emblem of Foundations. Oh, this light. Oh, at last. At last we meet again.
Papa? I don't see anyone.
I don't either. It must be someone only he can see. An old friend. The one person he truly let in.
You and I. Let us be on our way. Once more, engage.
Papa.
He's gone. And the ring for the Emblem of Foundations. That's gone with him. Our fight is over. Let's go home. It's time to shut this portal, once and for all.
But we all know what that means. We're gonna have to say some painful goodbyes.